Take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Upsurge. You might not recognize my voice. It's been a hot minute since I rolled in with the tide, but we are here with some Upsurge action. My name is Travesty, and joining me here today is Matt, Mr. Cast. And man, let me tell you right now, we have a game in front of us here today. Midpoint taking on Halfway Crooks here in some Rainbow Six Siege action.
Dude, I am ready for it. I am extremely ready. It's my first time casting, actually, for Upsurge, and so I'm just excited to be ready for this. We're going to be going ahead and getting ready for these bans. They're going to be popping up in just a moment. They already know what's going down. For our pleasure, they're actually going to go ahead and input them ever so slowly, and so we'll get to see them as they go ahead and pick them. It'll be very cool to see what we're going to be having tonight and knowing what the bans will actually be.
I'm ready for it because I think bans are some of the most interesting things because it shows exactly what you do not want to play against, where you don't want to be at, and really where you are trying to get your head at. Some teams actually have preference for certain types of strategies and certain types of maps out there. So it makes it into a very interesting thing to see how they have practiced, how are they ready for it, and what do they exactly have up their sleeve, because you can kind of get a little bit of an idea going into the game, seeing what we're going to be working with here. It does lead me into a good question here. When Midpoint and Halfway Crooks here, is there anything that you're really looking at that you're looking forward to seeing coming into this game here specifically?
Not anything crazy. They've already gotten rid of Villa, Clubhouse, and Oregon, and so it leaves us with Border, Bank, Coastline, and what is the last one? Is that Consulate? Yeah, it's Consulate.
Yes, Consulate.
So yep. I would be happy if we got to see a little bit of Coastline. I love me some Border and Consulate, just because Consulate is, even though it's more of a stagnant in play style, it's just a whole lot of fun to actually watch the pleasure of being played.
I personally, my favorite map personally is Bank. I love playing Bank. I think that's such a fun map. It's so intricate with the different ways that you have to come in. It's such an open map. There's so many little tips and tricks that you can do. And depending on where you actually place yourself, right? Like you could put yourself in a position where one character is way better than any. I think everybody has had that one time where they find themselves getting hit through the glass hole, where he just glacks away through the window, and it's just not a fun time. It leads you to some interesting scenarios and whatnot, but that will be something that we will see here very shortly as we are going to be looking to get in the game soon.
Yeah, well, they went ahead and they actually got rid of Bank. Border is actually going to be the first pick, and so that's going to be Midpoint's pick. So they will be defending first, if I'm not wrong, on Border. And so whether Halfway Crooks actually has gone ahead and gone with maybe Coastline as their second map, or if they feel more confident doing Consulate.
I'm down for whatever on that one, man. I actually would be pretty excited for either one of those, seeing how we'll be able to get going and get everything running on out here. And looks like we will be looking to get into this here very, very shortly as
they just finishing their bans. However, I accidentally backed out of the lobby, so I'm quickly inviting them. We're gonna get that fixed. That is all on me.
Sorry, sometimes you're just like, I got guys. It's not you, it's me. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Mister's like, he's like, I'm gonna play in this game here.
Yeah. So while they're going ahead and doing that, they're getting into the lobby right now. We can talk about it. I mean, we got Border as the first map. That's gonna be I think, one of the more fun maps of the night. That is going to be pretty crazy to see how they're actually going to go ahead and deal with that, because normally that's like the heavy attack. Like if you can do your attack well, its defense is a joke. Because that's normally what I've noticed.
There's so many bustable walls in that too. Breaches are so very important and really setting up your defensive standpoint from the defensive team and just withstanding that rush down like you were just talking about. You really got to keep your eye out for those case and scenarios. And I'm with you on this, man. It's a very offensive map. It is a map where there's not as the defenders really are trying to figure out what way can they best cut off the attackers from going in too deep. Because there are some advantages when you're playing defense on here because of the breakable walls and whatnot. if you're able to hear somebody coming through around the corner and stuff like that, you are able to pop them very effectively in those case and scenarios. Just because your bullet, it passed right on through those walls.
Yeah, no, it can happen just so quick, and it just goes right on through. And that's soft walls for you. It's windows and everything. You gotta go ahead and deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, windows, walls, all the good stuff out there. We're gonna have to see how these teams are going to pick their stuff up. I'm curious to see what operators are banned with this being our first map here, because there's some operators that truly shine on this very map here because of, like you were talking about, the fast pace of action that we'll see.
Yeah, and actually, we're gonna go ahead and get right on into it, as the game has gotten ready for us. So I'm gonna tap back in. And there we are. So we got Midpoint defending, and halfway Crooks is on the attack. We're ready, man. I'm ready. I want to see what these bans are. If they're going to go ahead and get rid of the roamer clear, or if they're going to go ahead and get rid of some more, like, sitting on windows like Blackbeard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be a very viable choice. Blackbeard's pretty good inside of this map because of the fact he can play from the outside looking in. Makes a very viable choice, but it is Lion, which makes perfect sense. Lion's kit is very strong when on offense.
But Lion's actually already banned. They're not allowed to play Lion, the last 4 new operators. So maybe it was just a throwaway ban.
Maybe it could have been a throwaway ban then. Capito also being banned away makes perfect sense though here.
Keeps you be able to hold bunker actually in armory now. But losing Legion, that's your people can rush you a little bit quicker now. I mean, that was the attackers ban there for halfway.
Yeah, they do not want to deal with that. I like that. Get rid of it. Mira's still up. There's a couple champions that are still up.
Even Echo
characters. Yeah, Echo's still around. Lots of good options. It's going to be Mira banned, which makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, that does leave the Echo actually be played. He could now play from bunker unless they're going to go really heavy and push downstairs in ventilation and do all that clearing out below. Hopefully it'll be fine, but we will soon see, as they're going to go ahead and they're going to start on the Armory Archives, of course, and they're bringing the Pulse. Castle. I haven't seen a castle strat actually on Armory, so I'm very interested to see what's going to be done with this.
I'm really wanting to see it, man. I want to see him getting set up and going on that one. See what strategy they have lined up. They have Castle, they have Jaeger that they have.
Echo.
Oh, they switched over to Echo immediately. I like the fact they faked them out for that. Go ahead and swap over to that, and it does mean a sledge is going to be the response here.
But without having that Thatcher, you can't really deal with the Echo anymore. I mean, there's no breach denial really here. So what are they gonna be doing in the setup? I see they're gonna go ahead and they're actually gonna reinforce into fountain rather than in fountain. It's a little different than what you normally do. Normally you get those panels over by the middle stairs and you'll do that, but they haven't done much as a normal strat, I would have to say.
Yeah, they have definitely gone for something a little bit more unique for themselves. Shows that they probably have a strategy on how they want to approach this game and kind of get an idea of what they want to do in this scenario as they're getting set up. And you can see them right now between B and A here, setting up a lot of defenses, actually going on, blowing open hatches and whatnot, and making sure that they're going to be as mobile as they need to be.
Yeah, and they're gonna go ahead. They're looking for all the peaks. They're getting all ready up in here, trying to get closer to the building. Inside, not much has gone on. You see that the Pulse, he's actually watching cams, but he's hanging out by that hatch.
It's a very wise move there, sitting by there, making sure that he has the option to get up and go as he needs to. I really like that decision there. From his vantage point, he actually has a lot of places, and look at the enemy. They are all around him. That's a lot of information he'll be able to give out if he's on that radar and possibly poking some people down. But he looks like he has been spotted here by the drone.
Yeah, and he's debating whether he wants to drop down, because now you see Twitch is all the way in the downstairs. There goes the Pulse.
There he goes. Yep, they tore up that wall and then tore up his HP right there. Just gave him a rain of bullets down. And that's what happens. You get caught out by that one drone when you play a risky position like that on Pulse. Easily to get popped. And now they see that reinforced wall and they're trying to figure out how exactly they want to push forward.
Yeah, that goes. He's going to go to his drone, see what's going on in there. There's a lot that's being thrown out utility-wise. Twitch, go send her drone in, see what's going on. Takes out the ADS. Oh. And he's actually going to lose his drone there.
Yeah.
Zulu's trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, Zulu's trying to peek in, man. He's got a good position right here. He could definitely catch somebody off guard, but oh man, Frosty picking up that kill on the cat. Very well done there, keeping awareness of his surroundings. They're losing more members here. Buck does see him. Frosty is looking up at him, and he knows that this Zulu is over there still. Looking for something.
Zulu's gonna find him.
Going to be able to get another one. Zulu is looking to just pop off here, but there's still 4 members left on defense. On offense, I mean.
That's gonna leave Crash. Crash is the last man standing. He's playing around with the Hibana, but nope, it's actually going to be the sledge that finds him from the metal detector. He had pushed into 90, and it just barely found him on this angle.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. You got to watch out for those metal detectors, man. They are a pain to deal with. But they catch you on there. Yeah, every operator in this game, I'm pretty sure, has some form of metal on them. So definitely something that he got caught off with. Got caught without switching everything off, and going to be caught down with his pants down. But that is going to be round 1 going on over to the defense here. Offense kind of getting wiped out in that last bit there really early on. So really good from defense's side here.
I think you're saying it backwards. It was offense that did really well.
Oh, it was offense. Yeah, you're right.
Wake up.
You're right.
It's only the beginning of the stream. We can't be falling apart already.
Dude, listen, I have to fall apart already. I'm setting you up so that way you can just pick me up and carry me through the rest of the cast here.
Oh, lordy,
My secret strategy. But I mean, they're sticking with Pulse. I do want your thoughts on that because Pulse got caught out very quickly and very early on that one. And that was really just very unfortunate for him to get popped so early from the position he was at.
I think more or less what that came down to is they weren't really ready for a full office push. And that's what was going on. They were doing a full like archives into office push, and as soon as the buck got in and the pulse was gone, there was not really even much of a hold because the Jaeger just went like that, like a snap of your fingers.
He just literally just decimated. You saw the wall just disappear as soon as they found out his positioning. He got the drone, but he lost his life for it. Now the defense has set up their parameter again. Looks like they're going for a somewhat similar style here, but a little bit more protection over there around and speakers. Look, you can definitely see these guys. They know that this team is going to be looking to catch them on the way to the objective, so they're checking every single opportune moment to see if anybody's trying to peek through those windows.
Someone gets disconnected, sadly, right there.
Oh,
drone. It's gonna find Pulse again. Pulse is gonna get caught out once again. He's gonna sprint. It barely saves his life, but there's another drone waiting for him. And he's just gonna drop through the hatch. His life saved by rotations.
Yeah, this is very smart on his part and making sure that they were ready for the in case and scenario. This is what we saw earlier in the last round. He just wasn't able to escape the way he had it. He has an escape plan. That's what you want to do when you're playing a forward position like this. And definitely showing he has that prowess to make sure he's got that. But we are going to see them moving on forward. And they are going to be trying to push forward here and sit up on the staircase.
Yeah, she's just kind of looking out for him. Buck, he's repelled off of the balcony out there. He's just waiting to see what this Pulse is going to do. This Pulse is just hanging out downstairs. They're still ready. It looks like now it's going to be an actual armory push for a plant. Even though they're not really completely set for it, I feel like they could do it here.
Yeah, they can go for it. They have it, and right now you can see the breach has already been made here. Defense has to stay on their toes. They're looking to get in. Drones are going to come flying in. That's going to be one person that's going to get dropped here, as that is going to be defense picking that up. They're already down a man, so they have to play this so precariously. And some bodies are dropping now as offense taking one of their lives here. That's going to be huge for them. They already got numbers advantage.
They're trying to get the plant going down. There, it's going to go down. It's going to be heard, hopefully. Yep, and there goes. As one tries to peek, another one goes for it.
They are able to just decimate, get that dub, and now it is just going to be this Pulse. He's looking to try and use his drone to try and set something up for himself, try to get an idea of where the enemy is, but it's going to be spotted out. He has to make a move, but he knows he's outnumbered, outgunned. Can he have the gunplay to make himself out of this situation?
He's actually going to pick off Lean with that amazing corner fire. He thinks someone's in office, but there's not anyone there, man. You're looking the wrong way. He's thinking about going to another angle. Switch, playing from bunker. He knows one's there. He sprayed at it, but he looks away. And Sprill is going to take the kill.
That's going to be another round that's going to be able to go over to the offense here. And they are really, I mean, it's unfortunate they had that disconnect there. Hopefully they'll be able to be something that will be solved, but they are in a tricky spot with that one right there. After that, putting themselves a man down.
Yeah, you were a man down, but still, I think that came down to the fact that Halfway was just able to completely adjust for their attack. They brought the IQ this time to deal with the Pulse and the Echo. And so having that is just a perfect, you know, all-encompassing, let's just deal with these two ops right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went for the plant, and yeah, you lost one because you got a little aggressive. And Trash didn't really need the peek, and yet he peeked and still got the kill.
I do like this change here. Get rid of the Pulse and swap it over to Bandit. Make them feel like there's still going to be that. Switch it on over and go ahead and get it set up to where you can set up some of those live wires. Get some electrocution going inside of this next push, because really and truly that's definitely something that we've been seeing. This Pulse hasn't really been able to be effective with his kit. He's been able to run away and waste some time, but that's been about it. But now on Bandit, we'll be able to add a little bit more to the defensive edge as well. Do still need to watch out for that Twitch drone. Make sure that Twitch drone isn't getting behind enemy lines and disarming Bandit's stuff from energizing those walls and whatnot.
Yeah, well, definitely looks like he's going to go ahead and save it just in case. Don't know if they've spotted out the Bandit yet, but if they have, I mean, it's nothing too crazy because you still have the buck. You can still deal with Bandit wire from below. So it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm. They have multiple ways to be able to deal with it, which is definitely good on their part. Now we are going to see offense pushing on in and already pre-firing through the window, making sure they open it on up and catch anybody who might be on the other side. And I love this Claymore placement. Definitely something that you should always do whenever you're busting through walls all rowdy like that. Somebody is bound to try and bust through and make a hero play. And you want to be set up to make it to where they will be punished if they go for it.
Well, nothing really vertical is being played right here. Everything's just kind of left really close. And I'm amazed they're actually not sending the buck downstairs immediately to go ahead and deal with this Bandit.
Yeah, I'm amazed with it too. It's like you were talking about. You can deal with that from below if need be, but it looks like they are focusing with the buck kind of being like your point man kind of deal. You can see him rappel up the building and whatnot. So they want to play him where he is much more as the person who's picking people off from the side and whatnot and really laying that on. But they are going to be breaching through this wall with the IQ, so they'll be looking to use that and see if they'll be able to catch anybody off on the side. Going to drone it out at first, of course, but Buck is in position to be able to pop anybody who may try something funny.
Well, they're going ahead and they're trying to see what's going on here. And the intel's going to be called out that they're pushing in. Lean.
Wow.
Trying to get something in there.
Trying to see what they can do. They do have members over there that are trying to watch out and play this one just safe enough. He's going around the corner. Isn't going to find anybody just yet, but there are people in waiting in the next rooms over.
And actually, he's got a really nice angle here, but he's not seeing what he needs to. But Frosty is going to just pick him off.
Talking about, man, this Buck has been on point, has been grabbing people left and right off of the side, and has been doing a great job of that, so utilizing that now. Having a little bit of action over here as Cat trying to fight him off, but is going to go down to Frosty yet again. Another life claimed.
And now it looks like Trash. He's going to go ahead and open up for his rotate. He's going to come around. Maple, he's the man left to hold the other site, but that's not the important one right now. Oh, but Zulu, he's going to do a run out and actually pick off the Twitch.
Very, very well done there. Very good for them. They did lose a member in that exchange. But Zulu is trying his absolute hardest to try and pick up somebody. He does. He gets the IQ. Wonderful shooting around that corner there. He's going to be able to get himself another one. 3 kills, 3 notches in his belt. It's him and Frosty looking at trying to put in the hard carry pants right now. Smoke going to be able to smoke him out, and they're going to get him down. And Midpoint's going to pick up round 3 here.
Yeah, that was that happened all really quick. That was all on the Echo. He went ahead and just was able to land the shots he needed to, keeping them off the point, both from the metal detector but also from the fountain.
They are doing a great job of making sure to apply the pressure and really make sure they're not able to really rest easy there. But the adaptation coming out from Midpoint, they're saying, okay, we know that they're grabbing stuff. We know how they're pushing in. They kind of have a slow start, and then they immediately shove in. Really well done from them. But big thing to take note of here, for sure, is the fact that Frost has been playing really well, yes. But over on the other side, you got Zulu, who's been playing really well as well. So I'm keeping my eyes on both of these players here because both of them are so far have been stars amongst their team and really have been showing up.
Oh, yeah. No, you can see it right there when I pulled up the scoreboard. They're definitely showing up.
Yeah, they are putting in the work and putting it in hard. Now we are going to see another defense coming on out, see what they'll be able to grab on for themselves. A little bit of adaptation coming out here, as I believe they did not have Castle in the last round, so they're going to be popping that one on in. And they also have a Valkyrie as well, so they're focusing on controlling the area inside of the building, I'm assuming, is what they're going to do, which I think is a very wise choice. They've been playing more inside the building. They've been staying away from the exterior of the building. They're not taking a chance of getting pre-fired on or anything like that. Doing a great job of making sure that they're not going to be in any immediate danger when they're breaching in. And they've kind of learned that lesson that this team that you're looking at, right? These guys, they're crooks. They just they wait for a moment. They pre-plan and then they burst in without any sign of hesitation. So you really have to respect the fact that this is the kind of team that is going to wait for a bit, come up to a decision, and then rush you in.
Yeah. And now you see, actually, Slane's he's going to go ahead and take a peek at what's going on in here. You see the Valkyrie playing outside of customs. He's got a hole looking upstairs. I don't really know what's going on down there. But he's gotten spotted. Slane's going to jump in.
Yeah.
He's kind of pushed him back in there.
Don't go through the metal detector. Remember that mistake. he's trying to see what he'll be able to catch. He sees somebody. Doesn't get him. He's going to find himself getting stunned up a little bit there. A little slightly concussed. But nothing else to come out of it. Just saw the remnants, the ghost of another operator. Have to run back and play it a little bit safe. Doesn't want to get caught up in their web.
Yeah, we still have 3 people upstairs and no push has been put on the upstairs. It's just been really just Lean and Frosty fighting with the 2 members that are downstairs.
And Frosty is looking for something still, trying to see if he'll be able to get anything. He's cooking up a grenade, seeing if he can catch anybody underneath.
And it goes right underneath of it instead of hitting it. And so it goes underneath the door and doesn't actually remove the barricade.
Feels bad. That's one of those unluck scenarios here that you get to see from time to time. So a little bit unfortunate there. Gun game might be clean, but grenade game, maybe not so much.
Grenades tossed out and Frosty catches Maple. Oh Lord.
Makes me hear my words. Slightly concussed yet again. Lean looking for something here. Frosty has another kill for himself at this point in time, but it is going to be Trash. It's going to be able to get somebody for himself, and
he's playing the long angle.
Yeah, he's playing it, man. That's a difficult angle to work with. Yeah, Flagger looking for something peeking around. Yeah, our kills going left and right, trading going on between the two. Trash is looking out through this wall, seeing if he can catch anybody who may try to jump on through it. He is going to spot somebody. He's going to be able to pick himself up another kill here. And that is going to be great. And that's going to get a C4 kill. One member left standing. Can he find him? He does. And he is going to be able to defuse this bomb. And Trash, talking about Zulu putting on his carry advantage. Trash has got him on too.
Yeah, racking himself up a nice little, I believe that was a 3K.
It was a, I believe it was a 3K, yes.
Yeah, that was 3. But, Lord, I mean, that, again, coming down to the last moment, just having to clutch it out. I mean, there was a lot of their members still alive. They had no control of the upstairs. And they kind of let Midpoint do whatever they wanted right there.
I love this, though, because right now we're sitting at it 2-2. Midpoint has been playing this fantastically. Where if you notice that there is such a huge adjustment period from the first 2 games to the last 2 games. And Midpoint has said, okay, this is how they play the game. We are going to continue playing it this way. They have been making sure that their way of playing through the game is a little bit more sophisticated as time goes on. And they have really been just showing a lot of great adaptation already throughout this, and really making sure that they're keeping an eye on everybody going through this. Interestingly enough, I did not see a buck in that last one, so they have foregone the buck for the first time out of these
Frosty's
5 games.
playing with Thermite.
He's going with Thermite. Yeah, he's going for a hard breach.
Which is a little odd, because normally with customs, getting into this jail right there where the Valkyrie is, in detention, that's like your biggest play usually with taking this. But they also might go for a front door push and just go right into the open desk right there.
It's absolutely a possibility. They have a lot of breach options. Is a big thing with the composition that they've chosen here. You have a comp that's really about identifying the gadgets, disabling the gadgets, and then you've got breaching with Sledge, Thermite, and the Habana. So very good for them to actually have this set up. Will they be able to use it to the way they need to kind of scout out the area? Who knows? It does play into the playstyle that they like. The curious thing for me is we have seen Frosty kind of going off on his own where everybody else is grouped up. He's usually kind of that person who's playing that recon. He's looking down the sights and picking people off from a distance. Been playing mid-range and not so much with the team. And usually when you see a Thermite, he's usually somebody who's kind of pushing up with the team and whatnot. Not to the same degree as like a Buck would, where Buck kind of just wreaks havoc on the enemy. And if you're next to a breakable object, he was probably going to bust it down with that skeleton key.
Oh, yeah. He would just go right down through it. He hears it, but he has the Natcher with him. He's going to go for it.
Wants to see if he can get it to go on off. There is nothing to stop him from being able to do such. There's no disabling tools from them, so this Thermite does get to accomplish it for free. This does alert the enemy of where they just heard the explosion, they heard the breach. They do know that that is going to be coming out their way, and Sledge is already pushing on in, trying to find somebody. But he does have IQ watching his back.
Yeah, upstairs it's going to be the Pulse, and also there's one in the hallway. He's laying down, it's not going to be hit. He goes right in behind, but still.
He gets taken out though. That is a wonderful opportunity. They're going to be able to get him. Curry gets a kill off screen there. Lean is looking for something here. He's leaning around trying to see what he'll be able to spot here right above the objective. So droning out, play the smart plant game. This is how this team likes to play this game. They want to play it in this shape and manner where they collect information and then go forward. But still thinking that somebody might be above them, so they're playing very cautiously.
Sounds like they're going to go ahead and open up a hatch right now. Cat, he wants to go make the rotate. Trash is just trying to stay downstairs to help out Maple. Maple is in a also very tough decision of what he wants to do here. Frosty, he's just going to push in. The Madman is just going in. He's looking for this mute. He knows that he's inside this site. He pings it. There's one out in the hallway. He's going to ignore it. Cat's going to pick one off upstairs. The plant's going down. Frosty's trying to cover. Trash is going to C4. It's not going to find anybody. And right as I switch off, Maple's going to go ahead and actually pick off one himself. There goes Cat. There goes another. And it's all left to Maple.
And it's all left to Maple. And it's not going to be enough for him. As Halfway Crooks are going to be able to find the momentum back in their side. They'll be able to pick up the 5th round. So they're going to bring their scoreline over the 3-2. It's going to be feeling really good for the Halfway Crooks here. As they are putting themselves in a good position with momentum as they swap over to defense. Now we'll have to see how did these teams defer here, because we kind of got an idea of how both of these teams wanted to play. It felt like Midpoint really kind of adapted to how we saw the halfway Crooks play inside of the last couple rounds there. They kind of adapted as it went on. I'm kind of curious, is it going to be the offense that we're going to be able to see that we were used to seeing out of the halfway Crooks, where it's a calculated rush in play, or how is this offense going to plan out for the side of Midpoint?
Uh, I honestly don't know if this we're gonna see maybe one side be super strong on this border. I mean, it's a well practiced map, so trying to expect one of the teams being way stronger than the other, I have to say I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. So we could still see this back and forth, even with this little bit of difference coming on out.
They're asking about the rules because they thought that it would switch at 6, which is the new Pro League rules. We haven't updated to those yet for the season. The season will be the update where they go ahead and switch to 12 rounds total, which is their switch at 6.
Okay. I got you. I was just looking at it and I was just like, okay. You know what? It's all good in the hood here. We're seeing the defense getting set up here. So they might be a little bit confused, but they're not dazed. They're going to be able to set up right away and start getting their game plan in and seeing a slight difference to how we saw defense being played these past couple rounds already.
Yes, definitely. They're going to go ahead and get ready. Everyone is really wanting to go ham on each other here. Gone ahead and they've
Don't blame
set up. This is a nice little rotation. He's going to make it right by the desk right there, so that way he can just sneak on in.
Sneaky little sneak.
Oh!
Sneaks his way in, but oh man.
Sprill's
Sprill able to pick him on up. Doctor is in, baby.
Yeah, and he's looking for more. He's ready for more. He picked off Zulu, and that's the sad part about that. He took off that really heavy carry on their side.
He still needs to be careful, right? Gotta respect them because they have shown some carry potential to other members. And interesting little hole he has actually beside himself to try and keep an eye on anybody walking underneath him. He is not going to be able to spot anybody on that, but also has to be careful because he's just as vulnerable through it. And still just pre-firing through that wall.
I don't know what that drone was really broken right there. But Maple, he's gone ahead and he's pushed in a little bit. He's pushed towards the hallway. There's a camera at the end of the hall. That's probably where he's been pre-firing towards. Squirrel has just been one of those super aggressive guys. He's waiting for them to be aggressive and peek.
Yeah, he's waiting for it. He can see the shots being fired. He knows he can catch somebody. Doesn't get him. Misses the shot there. So unlucky for Spiral there. Hey, now know there were some shots that were fired. And there was another person behind him, so they have that intel. They're going to keep their other guys safe.
All right, now it looks like they're going to go ahead and they're switching. They know that it's going to come from the archive side, inside of offices. They've gone ahead and switched over completely.
Good adaptation coming in. Flagger is on the window trying to see if he can catch anybody with a corner peek there, but oh man, bodies are getting dropped here. That is going to be more kills that are going on over. As you're seeing, this defense is doing a fantastic job of just completely nullifying the offense that could possibly come out of the but they do pick up somebody on a vengeance here.
Right now, Maple, he's trying to get this breach on in. It's him and Trash. Trash right now. He's fighting with Sprill. Sprill's way off, but it's actually going to be Frosty that picks him off. And again, these guys are just going at it, back and forth. And as I go to switch over, it's all left to Maple.
Oh man, I feel like we've been here before. Maple looking to see what he can do, but it's not going to be anything that's going to involve winning the round. He's going to get taken out as he is, man. Too many men down. And that is just Maple, last man alive yet again, but can't really do anything too substantial with the numbers against him like that.
Matt, we need to rehost.
Let's see. And we are going to be looking at everything going
They're
on
they're
here.
they're still asking about whether it's the correct settings, though these are the correct settings. I promise.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Sometimes, you get used to one thing, you get used to watching one thing, and then you turn around and it's a whole nother story. You can understand. But yeah, it is the correct rules, ladies and gentlemen. We checked the rule book. We can read the book, and we read it twice. Probably. Don't quote me on
I read it twice because when I actually was asked if I wanted to do casting, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And so I immediately
You were scouted.
I went through the book and I was like, what settings do they use? And I was looking through it, and they were like, oh yeah, these are the settings we're using. It's for this, and it's all because of the seasons. It makes everyone think that they've switched over already, and they haven't.
Yeah, it's one of those things that does happen. It does spread a little bit of confusion from time to time. But going back into the game here, very clean defense, we have to say, coming out from Halfway Crooks, as they were able to get everything established for themselves in that game, and really keep a strong foothold inside of that. I was really impressed with Spiral inside that last game, like you were talking about. Very aggressive player, and honestly, it felt like he made Midpoint stay on the back foot for that entire round because of the fact that he was just right off the get-go picks off one of their bigger players, players that's performing the best.
Yeah, well, they're gonna go ahead and they're getting ready. Be very careful here, hopefully. Try not to get picked off again so quick.
See, Zula was really careful about that window this time. He's like,
Yeah.
I know what game you are playing. He's going to get spotted out immediately by the camera, so they do have an idea of which way he went. They're very big to take note of.
And he's slowly moving his way over to the office. He's just going to open up the window. He's going to open up a hatch while he's at it. Open up a door. That was actually preset, because he does not take one shot from a buck skeleton key to open that. Everyone's just making their way on in.
Like they are pushing forward and not giving Halfway Crooks a chance to get comfortable in their position right here. Really like this play coming out from them where they're just pushing on forward, but they do still need to be careful. These guys do have a good defensive spot, and look here, they even have a hole in the ground and just barely Lagger. Not going to be able to get a shot on somebody, but Frosty is going to be able to pick up a kill on the other side, and Pollo as well. Picking up kills as well. It is going to be some members dropping. Lagger picks up one for himself as well, and it's Pollo. He's in a firefight right now. He's going to be able to find himself another one. That's going to be great for him as he gets another kill through the wall. Cat's in the tricky spot, is going to be able to pick up a kill, but is dropped down very low, is wounded for sure. So has to be very careful about who decides to move forward. People is pushing on in now. Has the thermite. Is going to be able to add to the ability to try and get some recon. Needs to watch his kill holds. He's going to go down as he checks the corner and double checks it, but it's not enough. Lean's already going to be shooting at him. It is all down to Cat this time around. He's very hurt. Look at the bullets firing through the wall as he's getting pinged on out. Trying to just wall bang him right there. And he's going to be in a tricky position. And I believe this is going to be it for him. He's going to go on down. Halfway Crooks. They get round 7 there, and it's going to be some good play coming out from them. Very solid.
Oh, very, very solid. As they're just completely destroying on them.
Mm-hmm. They are really, I mean, we can't count our chickens, right? Because of the fact that we look at this team and we say, all right, they won the first 2 rounds pretty handily as well, and then Midpoint turned around and snatched back victory. So that is a big thing to keep our eyes on here is Midpoint. Yes, they have to make that adaptation. But I'm in a curious situation. It looks like we have a disconnect coming out from Midpoint. So very unfortunate for them again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here if they need that rehost, just because if you lose one player, that can be pretty bad. But no, they're just gonna say they're good. They're just gonna continue on without it. They're trooping through it. I mean, we are not too far from being actually, it's the end. We're right there at match point.
Yeah, they're at it, and they're saying, you know what, we got the gun game to fight our way out of this tricky situation. So I'm gonna be curious to see how they decide to play this one. They have thermite, they have all these different tools, they have breaching tools available to them, but they are gonna have to watch out because this aggressive defense play, where they as soon as they find out where you are, they descend on you. It's like a pack of wolves that smell meat. And this is exactly the play style I really enjoy seeing here when I'm coming in and joining into Upsurge, seeing these teams say, we're not going to be a tortoise. We are going to be something much more vicious when you step into our lair. And now Halfway Crooks have been doing a good time with that.
They're definitely getting completely set up here. They're going for the full upstairs defense.
I like it. I like it. It does give you a very unique angle to be able to hit everything at. And with this, the way this map works, right? We talked about it earlier, how destructible the environment is. It puts you in a situation where this is a map where you can be very mobile in, and you have to watch all angles. You can't just be satisfied with looking down a hallway. You have to think about the vertical play from both down and above you, because of the fact that they could be in either or, with Buck being so popular inside of this series so far.
And you see here, they're just completely defending it from upstairs, and they're just getting ready to take it from them. They're gonna have to try, honestly, if they want to get a plant down. They're gonna have to completely take what's going on.
They have to get something pushing on in for themselves, but they can see this wall is completely solid and held up. He's going to look to breach and clear the rest of that wall for himself, and still looking. They feel like somebody's down below them waiting to flank them as they push forward.
C4 comes out from below. I believe that was from Lean, but now it's really long angles being held here. Frosty.
Oh, mute. Frosty's
He's
looking
gonna push. He pushes
Yeah,
him.
there it is.
He's actually push again.
Frosty's just pushing on in. He does not care about your feelings right now, and he's still looking for more, but it's going to be Spiral that's going to be able to pick up the last one, and now it's all up to Zulu, but he's going to get taken out on the outside there. The Halfway Crooks, they're going to be able to pick up round 8 right there.
That will be GG, as Halfway Crooks has taken it from them. Pretty, I would have to say decisively. What the?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I was so confused. That's a night vision goggle on his head. I was like, what the heck? He looks like a unicorn. All right.
Hey man, he's spiritually a unicorn, but yeah, Halfway Crooks able to take off that round there, so that's going to be really good for them to be able to pick that one up. And like you said, dominant is definitely a word I would use. Midpoint showed some adaptation, but when it got over to them having to be on the offense, they had a hard time adapting to the aggressive nature.
Do we not want to do
Halfway
6
Crooks.
rounds?
Who fucking cares? Let's just play it.
Oh Lord.
We don't even have our full team, so just go for it.
So
It's just one round difference.
they're discussing it because they want to know what they want to do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a slight intermission, and then we'll be right back into it. Alrighty, and we're back. I went ahead and we got all fixed on our rounds. We're gonna be back. We're actually going back to the 12 hours or 12 rounds. They just talking about hours in game. It's 12 rounds now total with 6-round rotations, and it is still the first one to get to those extra 2 points. They're gonna win it for them. So we're gonna be going into Consulate here as we get ready for the second game.
I'm ready for it, man. I really was a big fan of how Midpoint adapted, and I was really a big fan of how Halfway Crooks had this aggressive playstyle. Well, once they got everything set up in their own minds of exactly how they did, it was like they were setting up the path for the heist on how they were going to yoink the game into their favor, and they did it ever so beautifully every single time. So it was really great for us to be able to see. I'm going to be ready to see what they do here as operators are going to be banned. Curious to see if it'll be the same bans coming on through. It's a completely different map, so it warrants a completely different list of bans for them.
It definitely does, and so hopefully they go ahead and they pick the correct ones here. Get ready.
Well, not Lion this time.
It's not going to be Lion.
Yeah.
I think they recognize that they don't need to ban Lion. But they get rid of Thermite, and so Thermite is a pretty big ban when it comes to dealing with the garage and upstairs, because now you have to take time and do the Hibana. They're still gonna ban Lion. Okay, so I guess they don't want to ban anyone else for attack, really.
Yeah, I guess so. They don't want to. That is a viable strategy in of itself, right? Like, if you don't have anything you don't want to ban, then you know what? Don't ban it. You leave yourself with more characters to actually be able to jump onto and be able to operate with, but that is going to be Echo being banned away this time around.
Yep, and so the last defensive operator, that really quick they choose what they want to go ahead and get rid of. But what is it? It's going to be Pulse. I can see where that is. That's a very decent ban, because you can't really pull a Pulse off on this map, because it's everything. It's just all vertical, and once you get to playing on the top floor, he's useless on downstairs, because you send one person to first floor, which is the Pulse, and he immediately gets picked off because he's not paying attention. But we're actually going to see Cafeteria and Garage as the starting room, not upstairs.
Nope, not at all. They're going to go for the Cafeteria and the Garage. They're going to look to roll out with that. So now we're seeing the operators. They're going to show each other to one another and see what they'll be able to pick up for each other going in.
And they didn't bring a Thatcher. They're going to switch off. Who's going to switch, though?
Bandit swapped. So we have a Bandit instead now. So
I think they're just going to force their way in. This is what it looks like, because they haven't switched off of it. But they also may still think that they're going upstairs.
Yeah, that is a very true fact. So I'm going to be interested to see how this happens. We did have a DC yet again this time around.
Yeah, once again.
That is very unfortunate. As Lagger is laggy, they say.
They're just upset. I don't know what it is. He just keeps on getting disconnected. This is being hosted on the central server, so it's closer to home than it is to me.
Yeah, that is true. And looking at how we go about everything,
maybe it just doesn't like him today. I don't know. Booby, please
viable
explain.
option. Very viable option sometimes. Game just isn't feeling it. Yeah.
But they're gonna
the rushing coming on in. Shots are already being fired out, trying to get some pre-shots going out. Getting some holes set up. So. Oh, really well done play. Really well placed grenade coming out from Zulu there. Beautifully played. This team they said, we don't care we have a DC. We are going to play this game our way. Midpoint.
Oh, and right as I look away, Cat's going to catch one. There's still, however, plenty of people on site.
There we go.
Curry's gonna down one.
Oh.
Playing
Capital.
very aggressive.
Yeah, they're keeping them zoned off right now. It's a very aggressive play style. This is much more aggressive start than what we had in the last game. As they're still looking to fill each other out over here at the garage. Kind of at a standoff at this point in time. And you can see there's actually a flank going around behind them, too.
Yeah,
So they
Cat's
have
moved
to
on
watch out for that.
upstairs.
Cat's looking for something. It's not just Cat either. Capital is trying to get into position too to make sure to apply the pressure when needed. Second they turn their attention away, they will go jump onto him and has joined back up with Buck.
He's gonna try and clean right out where they knew the smoke was. He's not there anymore. Shoots the wrong type of move. C4 is being tossed out. Paul's just trying to stay alive. Everyone's
Trying to do
back
some
up.
stuff.
Try to play around with it.
Trying. Something to set up here, but here we go. They are looking for something to come on about here. Lots of holes have been set up for this moment. Everybody's starting to move around.
They're all very watching closely to see what this Buck's gonna do. He's the one that right now is threatening Poyo right here.
Poyo, all he has to do is hit his little toes. Looking for something here. Not going to be able to pick up that kill. Uses a lot of bullets for that, but it's going to be one kill that his other teammate's going to be able to pick up. And Trash is going to find himself going down in the garage. They only have 5 more seconds for this push. Zulu's pushing on in, trying to see if he can pick up the kills, but it's not going to be enough. The halfway Crooks are going to be able to pick up that round.
And Frosty with the aggressive play. Wow! That pistol headshot, man. Completely destroyed him.
Yeah, he definitely pistol whipped him right there. Was able to get that one going for himself. And now, that was a midpoint, by the way, that didn't have all their members. That's very big to take note of. If they had another additional member to add on the pressure with, that could have been a different scenario there. So hopefully we'll see them go back to the form that they were going with, whatever strategy they had before, be able to rock out with it.
Definitely. Hopefully they can make up for that slight, 1 round loss. Yeah, it was upsetting when person got disconnected, but you can always do better.
Yeah. You just gotta shrug it off your shoulders, right? You got dirt on your shoulders, push it on off. That's all you gotta do. This team is going to. We talked about it last game. Midpoint team that likes to adapt as time. Well, they might not like to adapt, but they're very much so good at it. But now we are seeing a completely different start here. Not going to be inside the garage. They're going to be up here in the upstairs area. See if they can catch them off tempo with this, setting up their defense and get ready to rock and roll with this round.
Yeah, with Crooks setting their defense upstairs now that they've won the best site, or the second best site, now they have the best site to go ahead and try and confirm this second round.
I like it. This is really smart on them to go ahead and use everything this way. They're using the tools at their disposal. Set up a nice little walk between the two. That way they can have those rotations going around. It's going to be very, very good on their behalf. Seeing even a little bit of a window peek here. Curry trying to see if he can pop somebody off spawn.
But
there we go. Frosty gets 2.
He does the spawn peek over onto the police barricades, and he picks off 2. He picks off both Maple and Zulu.
That is where it gets dangerous, man. The halfway Crooks, man, they are really doing some work when it comes down to this aggressive play right off the very get-go. Picking off 2 is very, very huge, especially since that was your Buck and Habana of all things. Very, very big tools to be lost when they're looking to push in here. Now going to be at the halfway crits. We'll see how they decide to adapt. You see, after they do that, they are going to have another person get dropped here. Curry picks up one, but is going to be seen since he was outside and drops immediately.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade, not the best in this situation. It still leaves you up a man, but it's a 2v4, and 2v4s can go south real quick. It looked like, yep,
very easily.
Poyo is playing right on Visa stairs. We got Frosty. He's just rejoined his team, trying to make some noise.
He's bringing it. He pulled the trigger. That definitely accomplished the goal he had set it for himself. Spiral looking for something here, positioning very aggressively yet again here. Doesn't want to move through this barbed wire. Wants to catch somebody as they move across that doorway.
They're all so closely set up, ready for someone to peek. They're waiting for someone to peek. But it's a game of, you know, who has the time. And the defenders have the lucky timing. And Lagger is actually going to get disconnected again.
Oh, no.
Poyo is going to catch Cat off on the stairs.
That is just unfortunate there as Lagger just lagging, man. Just lagging, not having a great time with that. And it's like you said, they're grouping up, they're clumping up together to make things happen, and they're moving as a unit. But when you're already men down, right? Like you get spawn killed and then somebody DCs, it's not a good time for you.
And he might not be able to make it back into this round. That's gonna be very hard to go ahead and deal with. Being one man down going into another round.
100% agree on that. I like the fact they picked up Jackal here. First time we're seeing Jackal inside of the series. I like the fact that they're picking this up because this is a character I enjoy having when you are down, right? Like if you're down a man and whatnot, pick somebody who can track these roamers that are going to look to really catch you off guard. The secret to this, though, is he has to get close enough to see the footprints. He cannot get spawn peeks. You got to watch out for these, as they have been preempted. They've just been pre-firing at all the spawn locations and whatnot, and have been very successful with this spawn peek.
And as he returns just in time, he's going to be the cameraman for his team. So he'll be giving call-outs for them.
The guy in the corner, man, that's just filming everything awkwardly, man. He's like, yeah, guys, I'm here. What's up? He's watching all of his friends have all the fun. He's going to be cheering them on. Got his pom-poms out, dusted them off. Ready to rock and roll with that. And we are in a situation now. You're seeing them actually set up an upstairs defense right now. So they're getting themselves ready to defend from up above. It looks like. Get all that stuff ready to go for themselves. I like this positioning that they're choosing to go for here, just because of the fact that you do get quite a good amount of vantage points from upstairs.
There's Sprill. I was trying to see who was spawn peeking, and it's gonna be Sprill. He was peeking downstairs. He's not gonna find anyone.
It's always Sprills. It's always Sprill. I think that's the biggest, like, we can automatically answer that. Who's spawn peeking? It's Sprill. Sprill's always got his aims down the sight out the window.
He's trying to find somebody, man. He just wants a slight little kill added to his collection.
Hey, listen, it's a strat. Pick them off before they can even start going. That is good for them. And we are seeing right now, Midpoint are droning in. Jackal is already actually inside of the building, trying to see if he can spot anybody out. Jackal making a push very quickly. The rest of his team hasn't even really made a push in with him.
He's all by himself. He's slowly making his way up the stairs. If the lobby's completely open, he might be able to get a few kills here.
Looking for something. Take the goggles off. Not catching anybody's footsteps there, but he is going to track somebody right there. That is going to be the mute that will be identified. He finds him in the staircase, and Trash picks up that kill. That is going to be dotted down. That's going to be huge, but they do lose a member themselves as, the Jackal just got popped in the back of the head. Frosty grabbing that kill for himself.
As he was trying to cross, he gets just picked off by Frosty from above.
That's what happens, man. He said, "You track me? Nah, I track you with my bullets." That is what he says the game is Zulu looking for something, trying to get some shots into that hatch. Knows where he's at, is going to have a kill going on over, and Buck almost dead. He goes on down. Lean going to lean with it, rock with it. Going to get that kill, and now it's just Zulu left alive. The sole survivor, but not for long.
He just dropped on down through the hatch and just made the rotation commit. He didn't think he would go for it, but there he was. He was just coming right to him. Arms open. Accept me.
Accept me. In the arms of an angel he lies. That is where it comes down to. And that is the third round that's going on over to these guys over here that have with Thieves. They are doing great work inside this and have completely kept momentum inside of the game so far. And we are seeing an adaptation here. A Glass looking to be locked in.
And
One
also the
boy.
Maverick.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. A Maverick and Glass. And a Blackbeard, actually, as well. So, adaptations across the board. Seeing these operators for the first time in the series.
And the thing is that a lot of people are saying that Glass is nerf because they redid his thermal sight, and they just basically he's been almost pummeled into the ground on how powerful he used to be. If you compared them to the old Rambo Glass, this is a completely different Glass. How useful will he really be here with only his 2 sets of smokes?
Yes. It is something that you have to kind of keep your eye on, man. Is this the Glass who's, like you said, the Rambo Glass is able to pop off, or the Glass that is the I believe, what was the Metal Gear Solid villain? The Silent? The End? It was the End. That was his name. The old man. I think it was a parakeet. I don't know. I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the name.
Yeah. I think it's the End. I'm gonna say it's the End. If you guys in Twitch chat know who it is and I'm wrong, let me know. But I think it's the End. But yeah, we guys see if this is gonna be Glass taking on that promised position, or if this is gonna be like you were saying, if he's just not gonna be as effective inside this. Lots of questions that will be answered here. Posted up in the garage. I gotta say, this can be a hard place to use Glass.
They're all getting ready up here.
Trash has already dropped down in HP, by the way. He is not having a great time.
Oh. They're going to go ahead and use Maverick to completely remove the reinforcement on the wall.
I love this.
Now he needs to get a lower section of it.
he's nodding at him like, yes, I did it. I did it. Look. Oh, he's getting shot at. Does have to be careful
But
about
he's
that.
got
He
2
is going to get
angles
down.
as Poyo. He fires through the drone hole, and he's actually going to go ahead and get him. Frosty.
Yeah, wasn't watching events. Should have been doing that from the opposite direction, I feel like.
Now all their breach is gone. It's now going to be up to Buck to start securing upstairs and just raining havoc down on them.
Able to perform with here. Zulu has been a performer in this team inside this series, and it's going to be another kill that goes on. C4 kill by Spiral. Going to be able to pick off another member of the team. That is the Blackbeard down. Glass, Buck, and Havana still left alive, but not for very long there. That is Habana down.
He actually runs
Glass.
all the
They're
way
looking
out.
for it. Oh, Lean. Yeah, just do that to the man. Zulu's gonna look for a kill of his own. Gonna be able to pick that up very successfully. But now he has got a 1v4 in his hands. All corners, all angles are his enemy. And he is left alone to deal with the burden that has been left upon him. Looking for more. Got tagged a little bit there. He is going to go down. And that is going to be Crooks getting round 4 in their favor.
That was just upsetting, because once the Maverick went ahead and he took out that one section of the wall, he needed to get another section, and it still was not enough.
Yeah, just wasn't able to pull off everything that he wanted to do in that case. And adaptation is going to be the name of the game now. You have to kind of get an idea of how do you want to adapt to this. Now, you had a round where you had all 5 players. That is a definite plus, but look at this here. A fuse looking to be locked inside this round. I'm
I mean, it
very
is
curious to see
upstairs.
how this works. Yeah, it's going to be upstairs. It's a good fuse place, but let's see how he'll be able to pull it off. As long as it also has the Finka to go around with him.
Also has Sprill playing that dock again. He might just go ahead and just pick off a few more people. You got Frosty playing his Jaeger. He's probably going to go over to admin and have a little bit more fun. But they're going to 6-pick a Monty. Maple's going to be playing Monty as he's going to be the man with the shield. Protecting his friends.
He's just looking at everybody and going, "You are my friend, but stand behind my shield." Do. You know that song. It's going to be great. It's, he is going to be that big old thick boy, though. That is what I think when I see Montaigne. I think that boy is extra thick with 2 C's. And is going to be looking to be much more than a snack for the enemy team. It's going to be looking to be a meal they won't be able to find themselves being able to digest here as his team backing him up. He has the tools behind him. He's got people that can work around him with the angles. And we've seen flares of really clean gun game coming out here from this point. We just need to see if they're going to be able to use that and perform the way they want to do it. You can even see here Curry's actually going for the spawn peek and throwing out the black eye already, trying to see if they'll be able to get some sight onto anybody else out there. Either that or throwing a Pokeball, trying to catch them all. Montaigne gonna get spotted!
Oh no!
Remember what I was saying? Remember what I said when it's spiral? It's always spiral?
He's just stopped. No more Monty. Oh, what a BM.
Oh no! You know, the dock is ended.
It's a ceremonial death.
Is this a Viking burial?
It was just letting him know how much you loved him. And he has
he has 100 bullets into your corpse.
He has 100 reasons of how much he loves him.
Oh man, he's got 100 reasons to love him, but him dying ain't
Oh,
one
but
right
actually,
now. But,
Lagger. He's actually
game of
alive to kill
vengeance.
people.
Oh man, it's a completely different game when Lagger gets to load in. That's a secret. Oh, Spiral. Got too close to the sun there. I think it's something that he got out. He was feeling himself a little bit too much. I'm waiting for the all chat. No more doctor.
Oh, they're too focused. They need to get this push going. They have the man advantage. And it looks like, oh lord, another one. Lean got aggressive.
Trash has gotten himself a double now, and this is turning into a different game. Midpoint looking to go ahead and salvage this on up, and Poyo, he's in a bad place in a world of hurt, and he's bleeding out on the dance floor now. It's just gonna be Frosty left to defend this by himself. Can he spot anybody else? He does see somebody running past the doorway. Is going to fire out some shots. Is going to get dropped down critically low in HP. Is now trying to walk up the spiral staircase. See if he'll be able to spot anybody else out there, out and about. Zulu is looking for something. You got everybody looking for something. This fuse trying to see what he'll be able to grab on off. Think it's going to be able to give everybody a little bit of stim pack. Get him a little energetic here. They're looking for something. Zulu is trying to see what they can do. The diffuser has been planted. They have to come to him. And it is just a Jaeger versus the world. He's going to be able to pick up one on the backside of the field. They know where he's at now. Frosty's looking for something. He's actually giving him a daily dosage of a good old-fashioned teabag. That's exactly what that is. Giving him the good old home economical teabag, but Midpoint will win that. So round 5 goes over to Midpoint to get all 5 boys, and they change it around.
I almost have no words for what happened because you had the Monty go down right off the bat. Then you had Doc be aggressive. Then you had someone else be aggressive. Then you had Lean get aggressive. It was like, what the heck is this team doing? They were just like throwing their round away.
Yeah.
Imagine
It
getting
was-
spawn peeked as Monty.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Oh no! It wasn't Lacquer this time.
It was Maple.
No, not Maple. Oh, Lacquer transferred his power to Maple.
Oh, he hurt his soul so hard.
Oh
He got
man.
he got BM'd out of the game. That's what just happened right there. Lord,
Was that what it was?
I have no clue. Midpoint has
Oh.
just not had the luck right here with people being disconnected.
Yeah, they have not been having a great time in regards to making sure everybody's in the lobby at the same time. It happens, for sure. That has not been the luck of the draw for this team here. They get a defense over here on the top side, so I believe this is going to be their last round of defense here. And get everything going on in. And see if they can go ahead and pick themselves up with 5 rounds under the belt.
They're going ahead, and this is the same setup they've had like the past 2 times they've been up here. They haven't really adjusted it other than operators, which it's just whoever is on which op.
Oh.
All
On the
right,
bright side of things,
where we
there's a bright side.
Where we peeking? We peeking? Come on.
No, Curry's not peeking. Where's
where's
my
this-
boy Spiral? Here he is! Here's Spiral! He saw somebody!
He's looking somewhere. They're not over there.
Something, man.
They're not over there, man.
Oh,
They're pushing admin.
he got mind gamed out of it. They got mind gamed out of it, man. That's Spiral not able to get that peek for himself, and watching the cameras, trying to see if they can get an idea of where this team is going to be coming from. And Spiral still staying to this side, still insisting. They're over here, guys. I swear, they're going to be here. A little
There's
bit,
one.
for it. Getting a little bit of some holes dug into that wall. Smoke. Oh,
Oh.
no. Oh, nice peek coming out from trash.
Oh, but there's.
Oh, and there's Spiral. Remember, he likes to go outside. He enjoys the sunshine, getting himself a good old helping of vitamin D. He's going to go ahead and get on back inside the base as he's almost caught out. Didn't want anybody else to be able to jump onto him.
Lit up by the Valkyrie. But
Yeah.
Spiral, he's gonna pick
Gets
another
another
one.
kill.
Nade
Yeah.
goes out. It's not gonna catch him as he gets caught up from a different
awesome.
angle. Oh,
They got the Rome boys right now. It's
Cat!
confused.
he just
Oh,
looks
Cat.
right at him. Oh.
Cat gets the pick here. Enemy has been detected outside. Here we go. Pistol whip him away. Cat is looking to play tower defense as he is going to be able to pick himself yet another kill here. This is looking very well for him. This Fuse doing the work that needs to be done, but where will he be able to jump into right now? They can play a defensive game. There's only 1 minute and 10 seconds left for them
Wait,
to make a play.
is Curry just waiting for the fuse? Is he gonna hide? No, Curry, you could have hidden there. Come on, I believed in you.
That would have been a great hiding spot. I honestly would have been completely cool with it.
Lean's making the rotation.
Now, that Fuse does have the defuse.
How is he still alive? Look at his health.
By the power of Fuse, man. By the power of Fuse. He bought his armor here today. He's looking for the pistol whip plays. He's looking for that clutch moment, that Twitch highlight moment.
He wants to be
And
on the
he's
reel.
He wants to be on the reel.
He backed his way in.
That's essentially trust fall.
No, he puts down his shield for just a second. His feet get revealed, and he dies. Ever so slight. Look at this. His shield was down for just a moment.
Got his little toe beans, man. You gotta protect those. His little toe beans are.
Well, now
They got exposed. They got 5 members, hopefully.
5 members, but also it's swap sides, and Frosty immediately picks the Monty. Oh Lord, Cat's picking Tachanka. I think.
If
think
you don't
what's-
pick Lord the Chonka, I'm calling you out.
I think what's going on here is defeat has been admitted, and they're just gonna go with it. Oh, never mind. He doesn't go with that, but he is gonna bring the clash.
He's ready to clash. ready to get it going on. And
Oh,
there we go,
Tachanka.
the SWAT, Lord Tachanka.
He 6-picked
Oh,
it. They are ready. And no more Monty. They're actually going to bring the buck. But they also, Poyo is bringing Nomad, which we haven't seen been played yet.
Has not been played just yet. Will be the first round we see it, and is a pivotal round indeed. I'm just ready for Lord Tachanka, man. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think there's really any other points for us to talk about besides Lord Tachanka. He is a god amongst men. He's not moving right now, because that is the way of Tachanka. You Tachank in place at all times, and the rest of the team actually isn't really.
He
moving.
just placed down armor for himself and then meleeed it. Look, no one else on the team has it. Look, Doc has it. Never mind. He let the thick boys have 5 armor. Okay, we're fine. Spawn peaks. It's spawn peak time. Everyone.
It's spawn peak time. Everybody, let's get it. Let's see what we. Oh, look at where the Tachanka set up. Oh, somebody's about to have a really bad day. Oh, I hope he pats ibuprofen. There's 2 people going in front of the site of Lord Tachanka. Lord Tachanka knows no mercy. Lord Tachanka. Not gonna be able to pick anybody up. I was really excited. I wanted Lord Tachanka to just spray 2 people down right there.
Oh, but who got
Oh, here we go.
Skrill got picked by Zulu.
Being able to put that up, get his position. He's playing the Dot this time around. Dot that is in. And he's going to get himself hyped up with that stem juice. Get himself back into optimal HP. Get himself ready
One's
for the
gonna
next
die
fight.
upstairs, but the clash did a flick.
I dare you.
That is going to be huge there, man. You have a 1-for-1. Tachanka. Lord Tachanka is dead. Very big thing to take note of.
That spray almost caught Zulu, but there it's gonna be Maple. He gets the refrag. Toyo, he goes to frag, but Zulu's gonna pick him off, and all that's left is Frosty. Frosty, Maple boy, you're all by yourself, and Zulu's contesting
All by himself. Looking for something.
all by
Anything?
myself. He's going for the peak. He's gonna see him. It's
Oh,
just gonna be enough.
He gets it.
The clash is
He
gonna
didn't get
push him,
shot. He didn't get
however.
hit. Oh man, he ran into somebody he did not want to run into. It is.
He runs away. He goes downstairs.
He's just like, I don't want to mess with this at all. This clash is not his friend right now, and
Rook, do you know what's going on? Rook, I think you're dead, my boy. Rook, where you going? Where you going, Rook? It's a fight of who can hit him. He's gonna catch him. Clash outside.
He's going to. He gets him. Frosty's going to be able to pick up a double kill. Looking for some more over there. He's trying to see if he can peek him over. He is going to have sight on him right here. Isn't going to be able to nick him off there, but it is going to be him being able to grab the diffuser and run on back in. He's got about 30 seconds left to make a play. This is make it or break it. Frosty could be looking for his highlight moment right here, right now. You have these 2 members sitting in here waiting for him to come on in, trying to figure out which way he's going to come in from and make his grand approach. Up the stairs and could lead into a tricky scenario. He's going to spot him out. Midpoint are going to take round 7 here.
Oh my lord. All that peeking and like running out at each other. I think this is like we crescendoed right here. Both teams are pissed at each other. One's pissed about disconnects and being spawn killed. The other one was just I like honestly.
They were born mad. Yeah, I want to see more Lord Tachanka. Let's see it. Let's see the run back on Tachanka. Lord Tachanka has come to grace us yet again. We all give for Tachanka. Want to see more clash? There it is, Lord Tachanka.
They're just gonna stick with it. I wonder what if they're gonna put up a mirror and then they're gonna have Tachanka just like sit behind it and pop it.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
This is what we're about to see.
I'm here for legitimate Rainbow Six Siege action.
They can't play Mozzie. Why did he pick that? He can't play the new ops. And he picks, he plays the new op
best
anyways.
Oh Rest in peace right there.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
How on this day? Well, watch him. He might just die right off the beat.
He's just gonna back his run off.
But we are going to see them defending here. This is the garage. So they are going to have a lot of different points to be able to run on back through. And they're trying to just get the defense set up, get hatches set up, so that way they won't get breached from above. Make it a little bit more inconvenient for them, like the fact they're going for that. Hatches are the most important play to make here with the verticality. Let's see some spawn peaks coming on out. Zulu's looking for something.
Debris is blocking us, but it's not blocking them. Thatcher made his way on out. He doesn't even notice it, but no one's actually gonna get picked off here.
Yeah, very surprising. There was somebody out there that was in a position to get hit, so very curious to see there. And now they are pushing in, getting a hole into that wall. C4 going out. You mess that up. Pick it back up. Throw it again. Yep, you're still messing that up. This is embarrassing, man. You really are. Yeah, you're just going to abandon it. Good choice. Good choice. Don't embarrass yourself any further.
Someone's playing top
Breach
of stairs.
attack on the Man.
This is
Yeah,
very
it's,
oddly played. I have no clue what they're doing here.
Yeah. Blow Chachanka in the corner. Looking for this. And see, Rook is using the mirror to keep an eye on everything going on. No kills to go down.
where
Nice
was
butt
that
too
from?
soon.
Oh,
That
it
was
from the-
Zulu.
that was from the window. He was repelled on the window.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear it until last second.
Zulu able to find himself getting that kill there. It is going to be everybody else looking for something. We got a little bit of a push that's coming on in, but this push is very slow. You got all 5 members and everybody is pushing it. We got a minute left in time. They're gonna start running low on time at this point. Coach Chunk is getting angry.
Says they're not coming to me.
I'll just destroy the building with this machine gun. I like it. Good strategy.
We're just getting ready though.
And Curry is looking for something. He is on the stairs. He's gonna go ahead and put down a claymore. So looking to try and have something to defend him in the case that somebody comes up behind him or somebody pushes up on him. He has a path to kill. And oh, look at this, Frosty looking for something from the roof here, from the ceiling. Just trying to see if he'll be able to pick anybody on off.
He picks off the Lord.
Oh, there he
For
is.
you.
See, they are tearing them apart. And there it is. That's going to be another member that is going to go on down. Midpoint left with just Lagger and Cole.
But they need to get the plant going.
Yeah. They have to push in.
Now Lagger,
This is
last man
advantageous.
standing. Yep.
Yeah, he
picked
goes
off.
on down.
Oh
Have Red
Lord,
Crooks
they're just all pushing it
down.
last second.
Yeah. That was just incredibly unfortunate for them at that point in time. Very slow-paced game right there.
Yeah, running it all
This-
the way down to the last few seconds.
This is going to be match point here, man. This is going to be the deciding factor here. Unfortunately, Lord Chachanka hasn't worked out. I blame it not on Lord Chachanka,
Let's go
but
play
on the fact
Cav. Come on, no, do it. Go pick Cav. Come on, give me an interrogation.
that one interrogation.
I want.
Let me tell you, I don't think we're getting interrogations here, man. We got Capkin instead. It looks like.
Come on, do it.
Do it.
Six pick. Do it. I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. Nah, he's gonna lock it in. Darn it. I was hoping that he would go ahead and pick me some Cav. I wanted to see some interrogations. But we'll live with what we got.
Very aggressive pick if they did go for it, but instead it will be Capkin. I honestly really like the Capkin pitch here from the way that last game played around. Just because of the fact that when you play really slow pace like that, Capcom's really good at making it to where you regret playing so slow paced because of the fact that you have to run through all these mines. If you move forward with reckless abandon, you will get destroyed. So I do like the fact that they opted for Capcom here to kind of make it to where they will punish them if they don't play a little bit more forward a little bit sooner.
And it looks like they're definitely going to do some spawn peeks here as Laggers prepped a few. Looking around.
It's gonna happen. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna laugh if somebody from Midpoint actually gets return peeked. Like they just peek them through the window and just pop them. That's what I'm waiting on right now.
No spawn peeks?
No. Didn't look like it, huh?
A little late, but he's gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
Not gonna find anything though.
We call losing track of the timer for when the offense gets to kick one in. Oh, have some sight on each other right there. Don't see each other in the sides there. Neither side looking at that direct area, so they're gonna back away from each other, not knowing.
Okay. They're all playing pretty far back.
Yeah. This is match point, man. Nerves can be a thing at this point in time. That is definitely a thing, and
he's gonna get pre-fired as the drone saw the top of his head, but he didn't see the drone. And Sproul takes off his head. It's easy, easy, easy money.
Spiral's been playing very cleanly around these corners, man. You gotta respect this guy when it comes down to his game around the corners. Now Lagger's in a position inside of a corner. He hears people rotating around him. He is going to catch him. He's going to be able to get one. Can he get the other one here? He is going to go down. Lays out some damage, but not enough to be super meaningful. Buck still alive and decently healthy, but now we got a Captain that's looking to step up behind him, so that could be a very big deciding factor to keep our eyes on. As Bonda's looking to breach over inside of the garage. Oh, this is all happening. Spiral's trying to peek on him on the side. Oh, it's just coming out from above. The garage is getting collapsed onto. Capkin should be in a position still to come up behind them if he so chooses. Look at this. Frosty trying to pick somebody up from up above, but it's going to be a kill that is going to be going over in favor of Midpoint. But Maple is going to go down inside the garage. Just Habana and Buck left to take on Trash. And this Capkin cat around, trying to keep around the corners. Trying to play defensive.
He's just gonna go for it.
He's looking for it.
Swapping mags.
He's gonna return himself, but he's not gonna find it. Now Trash.
Oh.
He's gonna follow up. He pushes. He catches one. 1v1, low health, and he caught him off with a headshot.
Oh.
What was that?
Halfway Crooks, man. They clutched it out there at the very end there. Very low HP, and they had quite the finish there, able to pick that up.
Wow.
Oh. That is really well done. Halfway Crooks doing a phenomenal job for themselves here inside of this league. And really, that performance, look at Frosty and Lean inside this game here. Spiral kind of dropped off after they swapped over to offense, which happens because he wasn't spawn keep peeking anymore. So, but even then, he was doing a lot of work in defense. But then you look over and you look over at who the people that were really picking up those frags were, and you look over at Halfway Crooks. Halfway Crooks is playing a very aggressive and well coordinated game plan.
Yes, and very well played for both teams. It sucks that you lost one for Midpoint, but it adds another to the pocket of Halfway Crooks. And that was for all the stupid things that happened in it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That somehow still turned out to be a rather okay game. So
yeah,
it's all right. We'll go ahead and let them have their rest, and hopefully they can come back and wrap themselves up another win. But I think that's it. You have anything you wanted to add right on quick before we get closing out here tonight?
No, not at all. Except for the fact of thank you, Upsurge, for coming in and joining us here tonight. We got to see what was a very unique series here today. And I want to give a shout out to my boy, my co-cast over here, Matt Mister. Hey, look at you. You had your first Upsurge cast over here today, and it was a pleasure being able to join you here on the desk. It was a fun time.
I appreciate it, even though there was many mistakes. But you have to have a few mistakes before you get it fixed. So hopefully we'll have those fixed for the next stream. But until then, everyone have a wonderful night, and thank you for dropping by.